Collective. Alright, so, let's see what your energy is like. I woke up on the best side of the bed today, actually. On the opposite side. Yeah, no, I woke up at like 3:33 in the morning. Started the day off with a great fucking omen. You know, I've already managed to have 2 cups of coffee. So far, so good. So, let's see what's going on for you guys, though. What's going on in your life? How's this morning treating you? Because when Spirit wakes me up in the middle of the fucking night, it's usually not for no reason, you know? Usually we got some shit to talk about. So, the Spirit's like, oh, you're gonna want to have to get up on them cards right now. I'm like, yes, I do, actually. It's stupid how much it's not stupid. I enjoy this so fucking much. It's like, that's purpose, man. When you find your calling, that natural thing that you're just like, like it just fucking, it clicks and everything's great. And even when it's not great, you're like, at least I got this, right? 7 of Pentacles in reverse, or 7 of Materials in reverse. I almost hate that they changed the wording because I'm like, I'm gonna still read it as it is, you know? So, yeah, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Typically, okay, so I'll show you the upright. Okay, she's got all these flowers in her hand, but she's like over here looking at what she can get, right? What she can, you know, obtain here. In the reverse, it's kind of looking at like what you have rather than what you can obtain, right? You're almost like you're in a state of gratitude, you know? Like you're not looking to expand too much or whatever. You're just kind of like grateful for what you got, right? I mean, you might have ambition or drive towards something, but, you know, at the same time, it's like you're really giving, you know, attention and time to what's in your hands, you know. Sometimes, you know, Pentacles, I always say it represents something that's valuable to you, right? To some people, that's money, you know, to some people, that's love, right? So if, like, you're looking at the love that you have and not looking for other, you know, then, you know, see how we could kind of make sense of that. So whatever it is that you value, sometimes more than money, you know, it's like you're looking at what you have rather than what you could have. And so that's not a bad thing at all. It's almost like a state of loyalty, you know, like, let's see what it's in regards to, right? Then having a little context might help. You got some almost messages there, but I feel like if it ain't dropped, it ain't dropped. 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like putting down the swords, feeling less defensive, feeling like not on edge, right? Like, I get this feeling that you're just comfortable, right? With where you're at, with what you've got. This is unusual. Alright, well, why are you here then? No, I'm kidding. But you're awfully, like, stable and comfortable with where you're at. I really like that. It's not often or ever that you see something like this. Muse of Materials. Ooh, okay. You are divinely guided to the promised land, man. Look at that. The land of milk and honey. The Knight of Swords. I kind of see, like, Pegasus showing up. Right? I always see it in this one. I always see Pegasus showing up. Pegasus shows up when we have something that we need to reach out to the divine for, right? For understanding. Pegasus, you know, in any story of Hercules, it's like when Hercules is like about to fight some crazy monster, Pegasus shows up. Whenever he needs to go traverse the underworld, Pegasus shows up. Whatever Hercules has got to do, Pegasus is there for it. And it's like right now, I feel like you're seeking guidance from the divine, right? That's why Pegasus is showing up. It's kind of like, all right now the divine is orchestrating something in your favor. But oftentimes that comes with an obstacle, right, to overcome. It's like, do you deserve the favor? Like, you ain't getting any, you're not getting it easy, okay? You're a divine one, I see that. And it's like, especially with this Muse of Materials, it's like abundance is like drawn to you. You're like a magnet for it. And so, it's kind of funny that, like, I feel like you understand that though. Like any kind of alteration or change you want to make in your life is going to, Pegasus is going to show up and be like, all right, so we doing this. How are we doing this? Right? Why is Pegasus showing up? Just as I thought. Just as I fucking thought. I can't believe both of those fucking cards came out. I mean, I can believe it, but like, it's fucking hilarious that they came out. Okay. Yeah! oh, man. Okay, I'll shut up now. So, Page of Voices. You got some haters, right? So it's like, whatever, it's like you're over here just being content with what you got, and people are jealous about it. They're like, what the fuck? How dare you have a good life and enjoy it? Unlike the rest of us, right? Five of Cups. I feel like this could be an ex, like somebody that you feel like you've wasted emotions on, or it could be an old friend. With this Three of Cups in reverse, it's somebody who like feels betrayed by your success. They're like, oh, now that you're successful, you're not gonna care about me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting any recognition or attention from you anymore. You know, I'm sorry, but it's like a real friend would want to see you fucking come up, right? A real friend has your back and wants to see you content with what you have, walking into that fucking paradise, you know? And so, of course, people are gonna hate on you. People are gonna be like fucking giant babies about it. Humans, right? Am I right? They don't know how to be happy for each other. Let's see. So, the Hanged Man showed up sideways. And I feel like, and I don't read sideways, but the way it's showing up is potentially this can be an obstacle for you. Or you can go have a passionate beginning, right? It's like you choose, like, do you hold on to this or let it go? And the answer is right underneath it, actually. It looks like you let it go, right? With the Sun card coming out, it looks like you choose happiness and abundance, and you're off in La La Land. Look at that. This looks like you're going to Mexico or like to the desert, right? Somewhere where the sun is fucking bright, there's cactus in your hair, whatever, you know? She's scratching her back on a cactus, like, you know, like, whatever. But I do get this vibe, this desert vibe, right? Maybe you're from somewhere in the desert, or like maybe you're feeling drawn to the desert or somewhere like that. Mexico, perhaps. I hella feel Mexico. Maybe Nevada. I don't know. But I do see like a new beginning here. I do see a lot of happiness and joy where you're headed. And it's like you can choose to be hung up on giving a fuck about what these people think, but it's like, it's really not their life, and they can really go suck a dick. It's, it's unfortunate, but sometimes it's even friends that you've had your whole life that just, like, interfere with, like, your abundance, your happiness, your ability to succeed. And it's like, then you have to, like, really learn the karmic lesson there. Like, are you going to keep self-sacrificing for people who would never do that for you? right? If they caught a little glimpse of success or whatever, do you honestly think that they would do that for you? Fuck no, right? Fuck no. Do you think that they would choose you over like a romantic partner? Fuck no, dude. So, you do you, right? This is that point where I'm like, step into that devil energy. And not like because you need to be evil, but step into a little bit of self-serving energy where it's like, okay, I'm going to take care of myself now. Take care of my needs. I'm going to put myself first before everybody else's stupid fucking opinions and whatever. So, beautiful energy. All right. Whatever. Okay, so this is just funny, guys. This is just funny. It's like, you know, people say it's the system holding us down. It's the media holding us down. It's all this. You know who it really is? It's friends and family. Okay, let's be real. And I love my friends and family, but I'm very selective about them too, right? Like, I don't let people into my life that aren't, you know, like, also on a level of expansion and growth, right? And, you know, they come from all walks of life, but everybody that I choose to be friends with, I choose them for a reason. I choose them because they have something to bring to the table, right? Like I don't feel like they're sucking me dry of all my energy, right? Like they're valuable energies and they want to see me succeed and I want to see them succeed and it's a whole fucking thing, right? And it's like, but when you have people like this who feel personally victimized by your success or your ability to grow out of your dark place, it's like, man, they need to focus on themselves, right? Like maybe they're a little too obsessed with you to have all these emotions about it, you know, and it's like they could have all of it too, you know, if they found their own thing, if they found their own niche and they just aspired for what they were meant to, you know, but trying to steal your sense of purpose or trying to take your energy away from your purpose is kind of fucked up, you know? Man, like, if my friend were to become successful overnight, I'd be like, oh, bro, dude, that's fucking sick. Da, 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 da. Why would I take that personally? Like, oh, you wanna get out of the hood? You're not like us now? Da, 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 da. Fuck that, dude. Like, as somebody who grew up in the fucking projects, I would like to tell you, okay? If somebody makes it out, you be proud of them, okay? That is hard as fuck to get out of. And it's not the system that keeps us down. It is the people. It's the people who continually, like, perpetuate the system of stifling growth. You know, kids should not be stifled. Adults should not be stifled. If you have a passion, like, who the fuck are they to stop you, right? Some people choose to live without passion or without drive or whatever. And it's like, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. It's like all my friends, everybody that I actually spend time with and give a fuck about, like, I see passion and drive and creativity and awesomeness in them, you know? And so it's like, I can't imagine, you know, like, giving a fuck about the opinion of somebody who doesn't want my success or doesn't want my happiness. You know, and with the Page of Materials in reverse, I see you letting go of them or letting go of that energy in some way. Removing the obstacle for yourself, because you notice that, you see that, you're like, bro, I would have been happy for you. I would have wanted this for you. I would have, you know, wanted that for you, and it's kind of fucked up that you don't want that for me. Yeah. Tell it like it be like. Okay? Man. And I'll tell you what, some of the best damn, like, scientists came out of the hood. Some of the best fucking actors and actresses and fucking even some politicians, the good ones, the rare few good ones, they usually stick to local government, unfortunately, but they could do great things on a larger front. The Lovers. I knew your abundance was more than money. Maybe that's it. Maybe they feel betrayed by what your happy beginning would be. Why? Maybe they're like, you won't pay attention to me if you're in love. On the flip-flop, this could be Gemini, but I'm really noticing this, like, telepathic communication between this couple. Like, it's like they just walk through, like, time and space just in this state of, like, speaking to each other without being in each other's presence, right? You see these angel wings? It's, like, divinely guided. This is, like, your divine, like, gift, right? This is something that has been laid out for you since before this motherfucker ever stepped in your life, since before you stepped into this life. It's like, this was written, right? Tis written. And you're like, in this life or the next, you're destined for it. But I feel like you're kind of in this energy of just wanting to take action and be like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry you can't be happy for me, but I feel like I want to be happy, so, you know, whatever. And sometimes that shit happens. I remember, like, when I got my first serious boyfriend, and some friends, they got pissed. They were like, oh, now you don't hang out with us, and now you don't... Yeah, obviously. I'm in love, okay? And it's like, and it's not that, and I know, like, you know, it's not, you know, don't just neglect your friends forever, but, like, on some level, you're gonna want to spend more time with your new person, because, I mean, it's different, you know? And it's, I mean, I don't know. For me, I like having a nice balance of having, you know, my friends in my life and my solitude. You know, so, like, in relationships, I feel like you still kind of want that too, you know, and sometimes when you're in union like this, where it feels like skin isn't even a barrier for you, when it's like that divine fucking love, like, it feels like even if you are sitting in a room with them, it does feel like solitude. It feels like you're sitting in a room with yourself because they are yourself in some way, you know? Whereas other people aren't, right? They don't, and it's nothing against your friends, but, like, are your friends boning you? You know, like, are they, like, participating in that aspect of your life? And if not, then, like, their opinion really doesn't matter in regards to who is or whatever, you know? Honestly, I say sometimes it's better to just not be public about relationships. And I know that's another unpopular thing, but I've noticed, you know, anytime I was, like, public with my relationships, I feel like I kind of set it up for failure. Like, you know, people would see my happiness and want to sabotage it or whatever. And so sometimes it's, like, okay to have bliss in silence and to, like, have your thing and not be so, like, you know, outward about it. Because it does bring in haters. Like, misery loves company. And if people are sitting there, oh, I'm miserable and I'm alone, and then they take it personally when you're not, you know. Okay, that was like 85 cards. I'm going to take that card and take the rest back. Holy fuck. Okay, yes. Let's see. 2 of materials. I do see you making a decision here. Because with the 9 of Cups in reverse, you're not, like, you feel like something's missing. Or, like, I hate saying that because it gives, like, this feeling of lack. But I feel like you feel like life could be a little bit fuller. You know, you could have a different experience. And with this Queen of Swords in reverse, I really get this feeling that you really just kind of want to be vulnerable with somebody. Like you're like, yeah, like I'm walking into the land of milk and honey. But it would be nice to have somebody to walk with, probably, you know? Like, with the Fool in reverse, it's like, here's the decision making. Like, you're scared to do anything foolish. You don't want to be too impulsive. You don't want to make that decision and have everything fall apart, right? With the Tower. The thing is it would create a Tower moment no matter what. And that's something you have to face. All great change does. We talked about that in the beginning. Every action is met by an equal opposite reaction, right? So, yeah, like, that friendship probably would fall apart, right? But it's like, at the end of the day, is that friend gonna hold your hand as you're, like, passing off into the unknown, you know? Or are they gonna be holding somebody else's hand in their own life, having their own families, doing their own shit, and while you sit there having nothing, you know, because you made a decision, right? With the Queen of Materials, I do see you in this energy of obtaining abundance, right? Whatever abundance means to you. I do see you in that energy. On Page of Wands, I do see a conversation being had, a message being sent, maybe. But I do see a conversation being had. And it's funny, we were talking about telepathy. These two cats, this cat and this cat down here, their heads are illuminated, kind of like how the couple heads here, right? How those are illuminated. And it kind of gives me this, I feel like you have like some sort of telepathic bond with your divine counterpart. And I feel like that's probably why this is so much harder, because it's like you feel their energy and you're kind of in this state of like, I could have all that. I'd have to be willing to sacrifice all life as I know it, right? Because everything would be different. Everything would be turned upside down. Everything would be different, right? And that could be very happy fucking change for you. But you have to understand, like, you have to be willing to sacrifice for something like that. You don't just get blessings like that without letting something go, you know? You gotta make room. It's almost like when you're playing a video game and your inventory is full and you're like, but I want to get this weapon, or I want to go buy some new fucking armor. Well, guess what? You have to clear up your inventory, right? That's kind of what's going on here. You have to clear up space for another person in your life if that is what you end up choosing to do. As I see, you're still decision making. It kind of looks like I see where you're leaning. But ultimately, you know, that's such a personal decision to make. And I feel like you really need to talk to your higher self about that. Really see, like weigh your pros and cons. Weigh your pros and cons. Is the loss greater than the gain? Or is the gain greater than the loss? You know? That's typically how we value things when we're going to buy it. Is this worth more than money? Then I'll give my money up for it, right? Yeah, because money on its own is kind of worthless. We learned that in the Great Depression. Am I right? Alright. Gangsta, what up? Okay. So. It's kind of funny. Because it doesn't matter what you do. Inevitably, this friendship will fall away. Should you move on this or not? And here's why. Because they don't root for you. Right? They want to keep you stuck where you're at so that you can be of service to them in some way, right? So that you can be a blessing in their life, which is great. Be a blessing in their life, but they need to also understand that you deserve to live too. Shouldn't sacrifice your whole existence or all of your happiness because you're friends with somebody. That's fucking crazy. That's stupid. Just listen to how that sounds. It's stupid. But at the same time, going back to the devil's advocate that I am, and I would always give you another route, right? I will always, even if I think like it's a silly route, there's another way to look at this. Going back to the two cats and the guy and the girl here, and with their heads being illuminated with telepathy, it kind of looks like you're already kind of stuck with them. You know? I don't know if you watch any New World All Star or whatever on YouTube, but that's it. You know, it's like you need to understand intrinsically, you guys are already connected. You're already there. You're already in union on some level. It's really just your human mind that provides this illusion of disconnect, right? It's like when you split an atom and you do experiments on one half of it, and the other half, no matter how far away it is, it will respond to the experiments done on the other atom or on the other half of the atom, right? Same thing happens within twin flames. And it's like if you have a strong enough emotion, you can transmute messages. If you're in alignment with yourself, you can feel more in alignment with them. You can do, you know, like it's like operating already as one without, and it's kind of like what's cool about twin flames is you can tap into it for inner strengths, right? Because they're your equal opposite, right? They're the ones that show up as the yin to your yang or yang to your yin, you know? If you're ever in a moment of like weakness or not knowing how to move forward, ask them, right? Like, what would you do in this situation? Like, you know, and tap into their energy a bit and be like, how would they do that? And then it helps you to like navigate, right? And I mean, if you don't know who, well, you do know because you're thinking so heavily about it. So, but for those who may not know who their twin flame is, you know, like the interconnectedness is eternal. So it's like you can still tap into their energy. You can still communicate with them, but you have to identify less with the material self and more with the energy self, which means being more zen, right? You need to be in alignment. If you have blockages in your mind, you can't hear them over your thoughts. You have to clear that shit out and just let them come in, you know, and let their the New World All Star. He also he mentions how like when they when twin flames like are together, um something crazy happens, right? Where like you feel this explosion of energy, right? And I'm gonna add a little bit from personal experience here, where it's almost you cannot control this response. I know I've tried it. I'm like, this time it's not gonna happen, and then you walk in and it's like, right? Or yeah. Anyway, but and so when you connect with them, it's like your soul's gonna recognize them before your eyes do. Your brain is not going to fathom what you're feeling because it's like your soul will want to like leap out of its body and go run to be with them. Right? It's like it's just this. It's stupid. And just like an atom, though, being split, it doesn't matter how far away you are from this person. You can move to another city. You can try to get as far away from them as you possibly can, and you'll still feel it when their energy shifts. You'll still feel it when things, you know, go different in their life or whatever. When they're going through things, you're going to feel that. you're gonna still get those messages, the telepathy, and I feel like everybody's connection is different, and how you feel that, how you experience it is different, but you understand it because it's your own, like, way of communicating. It's the language of the universe. So, like, what is his name? Paulo Neruda, I think. I think that's him. But he wrote the book The Alchemist, and he explains, like, the language of the universe. Like, that's how we talk to cats and dogs, and they get us, right? Because we talk through emotion. We don't, and when you let love be your guide, it's gonna fucking pull you right to your divine person. It's kind of just how it works, but also, like, it's beautiful to know and understand, like, they're always there, in the physical aspects. They're kind of, it's almost like you stop even wanting, like, a physical connection with other people, right? When you know who your twin flame is, it's impossible. It's impossible to even want it. It's like you just, because you're so connected with them, because they show up in your fucking head every morning and every day. It's, it's stupid. And so, like, they basically ruin your sex life, okay? And then, I'm just kidding. I mean, but potentially they could. But, like, you can't connect with other people. I, like, went through a phase where I was like, am I gay? I can't fucking find myself attracted to dudes anymore. Like, I try, I'll connect for, like, a day or two or whatever, and then it's just like, okay, like, over it. And then I was like, so I must be gay. And then I tried with women and same shit. And it's kind of like, you just get to a point of understanding, like, your soul is just louder. You're 99.9999% energy because of electron repulsion. There's, like, a minute space between every atom in your body, and that's your fucking soul holding your matter together like glue, like kinetic sand or something. And it's like that. The almost 100% of what you are, it is all them, And that's why ego doesn't work with them. Ego works with anybody else. That's a good way to know if they're your twin flame, right? Ego will work with anybody else, and then you try to use your ego on your twin flame, and they'll just look at you like, what are you doing? I don't give a fuck if you have abs. Like, I don't give a fuck if you, like, are the best at this. Like, who the fuck are you? Show me your flaws. Show me underneath it all, and it's like, you like seeing that depth in their character. It's, whereas other people, it's like, oh, look at what I have, look at what I look like, look at what I can talk like, and it's like, it's all great temporarily, but what your soul craves is something so much deeper and so much more meaningful, the whole damn thing. Black One's redemption. I see you seeking to redeem yourself in this situation to kind of, like, do what feels like redemption to you, right? If you feel like there's been an injustice here or something's been unfair, it's like you want redemption for that. Taste before judging in reverse tells me that you don't judge them, right? And vice versa, they don't judge you, right? And honestly, how could they? When they're literally in your head, all the time. There's no room for that. With dreaming days, I see that you just, like, think about it. Look, they've got, like, a book in their lap, but they're, like, looking out the window like, fuck, I want to be out there doing other things. And it's like, I almost get this, like, life almost seems more meaningful on the inside than what your external life is really showing. I just noticed this. There's like this little dolphin with wings, and it reminds me of it reminds me of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when the dolphins go up to space after trying to warn the humans, and they're like, so long and thanks for all the fish, and they fly away. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I see you dream about this. You really think about that a lot. A lot. Well, I literally refuse to live in regret, so I would be like, fuck it, taking risks, doing my thing. But that's me. And that's the divine masculine side of me that is like very action oriented. When I feel a thing, I move towards that feeling. It is what it is. But it's like there's just this pensive energy here, just this like way overthinking your situation, way overcomplicating your situation, and worried too goddamn much about what other people think. When really there's only one person you're taking with you to the grave, right? There's only one person that actually goes with you after this. You might meet up with other people in next lifetimes or whatever, but this is the one that you carry with you. This is the one that follows you through the universe, or vice versa. You guys just kind of follow each other through the universe. The curse of Zeus. Thanks, Zeus. Zeus was right though, right? If that story is right. Humans are too fucking powerful. How dare they ever think? Maybe we should be split into fourths, honestly. I'm just kidding. I'm all looking around because I'm concerned. I should not introduce ideas into the universe. Next life cycle, there's fucking 4 of us. No way. No way. At least in regards to my situation. I don't know. Fucking hell no, dude. I think it's almost too much that 2 of me exists on this planet. like there may not be room for both of us here. No, I'm kidding. But the great thing about it is like they're great in other ways. Ways that you differ in greatness, or you have skills that would complement one another, but like ultimately are different, right? Because there's more expansion in that, and it's almost like an evolutionary thing of the soul to want to be able to grow in a way together, or whereas with karmic relationships, they're kind of developed to grow in opposite directions, grow apart. Soul, like real soul ties with your twin flame is like the way you guys are created are to grow together eternally. Right? That's the whole lesson. Like, okay, let's do a little experiment. Let's put them as far away as possible and watch them find each other. Hilarious. Right? Like, think about it. It's the divine comedy, man. It's a divine fucking joke. Okay, let's be real. We know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you. I hope this was helpful. Welcome to the journey. You were like, I've been on the journey. Well, welcome to the fucking club then. I don't know. Namaste. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.